Yo, what is up guys? It is esports content entertainment coming at you guys with another video here today. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Danny, who played AD carry for Evil Geniuses. So LCS EV tweets, sources, Evil Geniuses looking at AD carry options with Danny expected to miss the 2023 season. So Danny played for Evil Geniuses to start off his LCS career during the LCS 2021 summer split. That was the split where he was playing up against 100 Thieves and had that amazing Tristana highlight play where he obviously pretty much got a quadra kill and pretty much solo EG'd to a game 5 actually during that playoffs for the LCS 2021 summer split. They ended up missing Worlds because they lost to Cloud9, and then during the LCS 2022 spring split, they ended up actually winning the entire thing. And they went to the 2022 Mid-Season Invitational. And the big problem with Danny, even when he first started playing for Evil Geniuses, all the way up until he stopped playing for Evil Geniuses, when it came to the LCS 2022 Summer Split Finals weekend, was that Danny always had a very poor laning phase. He was always down in CS, getting out-traded constantly by the other enemy opposition, and he was really exposed for his bad laning phase at the 2022 MSI event actually, where AD carries such as like Gala, Flackid, even Gumayusi, who was extremely underperforming at that time for T1, exposed Danny. Danny wasn't even able to even hold his own against Gumayusi when he was even underperforming. So during the LCS 2022 summer split, Evil Geniuses finished 15-3, and then they obviously finished with first place, so they get to buy the first round, and they end up facing Cloud9 when they play their first match for the LCS 2022 Summer Split Playoffs, and you could tell that there was something off about Danny by how his camera actually looked. And then when they lost to Cloud9 during that match, you could tell that there was something really off about this guy. Usually he's more of the quiet, reserved guy who smiles and has a good little bit of time. He's not the like hyperactive, jump up and down guy, but he's usually got a pretty cool demeanor around him. You could tell his demeanor was extremely off actually, like he was legitimately going through something. I noticed that instantly when I saw his camera actually, but people were like, nah, maybe he just had a bad day. Okay, fair enough, right? So then they lose to Cloud9, and they have to play up against, you know, the winner of the other round to come through that being TSM. They played up against TSM, and you could still see he was really struggling. Danny was also struggling during the LCS 2022 Summer Split regular season as well. There were multiple games he looked completely off. He wasn't playing very well. And they were even sticking this guy on like Seraphine in some games. You only stick your ADC on Seraphine if you think they legitimately cannot carry the game. You don't just put your primary source of damage on Seraphine, right? That's why the LCS teams are getting memed off for playing Seraphine, because you don't put your AD carry on Seraphine unless you have no faith in them to carry the game. So Danny obviously gets them through, you know, beating TSM and beating Team Liquid. Even in that Team Liquid series, that Misfortune game where he played decently well in the early game, but then started completely just fumbling it toward the latter half of the game, was really telling. Like, he was just getting caught out consistently. You could kind of tell he was just mentally breaking down just from his player cam. And right after they beat Team Liquid, he's just breaking down. Like, you could tell the pressure is just really getting to this guy. Maybe he was reading too many comments on Reddit. Maybe he was reading too many comments on Twitter. Whatever it may have you be. So then, right before the LCS 2022 Summer Split Finals, actually, it was revealed by Evil Geniuses that they are going to be actually playing Kaori for that weekend, as Danny is going to take a break for mental health reasons. Now, I do believe they were going to bench Danny anyway because he was actually playing poorly. Now, was that in part due to his mental health? Yes, they can go hand in hand, but one, we would never know. Now, people said, once they play with Kaori, are they going to play with Kaori just only for that weekend, or are they going to play with Kaori through, you know, the 2022 League of Legends World Championship? They did that. Actually, they played with Kaori for the LCS 2022 Summer Split Finals weekend, and then they played with Kaori all the way throughout the 2022 League of Legends World Championship, okay? So then, right after that, you have today, which is pretty much what is going to happen with them. Are they going to pick Danny? Or are they going to pick Kaori? But the issue here is they've already played so many games with Kaori, they've already gotten so used to him. I mean, I would just run with him. I think Kaori has a better laning phase and actually a way bigger potential on the team than Danny does. I'm not saying Danny was fucking awful, but that bad laning phase was really bad. And if you have to factor in, if you're trying to do well internationally, because there's very bad things the Western League of Legends teams do. Now, the LPL and the LCK teams, these players, a good amount of them, if not a majority of them, have really good laning phases. There's already things we struggle at, and that is something you really can't be struggling in. And I think the bad laning phase narrative really perpetuated into a lot of different things. And he definitely underperformed in a lot of these big games too. So I don't know if it was pressure, something in his home life, maybe it was a person on the team that he clashed with on Evil Geniuses. I personally don't know, right? So then Evie tweeted this, and you click on the link to the video right here. This is coming to us from GameHaus. Sources: Evil Geniuses looking at AD carry options with Danny expected to miss 2023 season. After missing the 2022 LCS semifinals and all of 2022 Worlds, it looks like Danny will not be with Evil Geniuses for at least some or all of the 2023 LCS season. According to sources, Evil Geniuses are now in the market for a new ADC for the 2023 season. Here is the latest on the Evil Geniuses AD carry position. I swear to holy fucking god, if they get tactical, I'm snapping my neck. During the 2022 LCS Summer Split playoffs, Danny decided to step away from the team for personal reasons. This was directly after their win over Team Liquid in what was a close 3-2 series, with the team heading to Chicago for their LCS semifinal matchup against 100 Thieves. Evil Geniuses had to act quickly. They pulled up Kaori from their academy squad and pushed 100 Thieves to the brink before losing 2-3. Many attributed this to the team's lack of time to prepare with Kaori, as many expected Evil Geniuses to be in the finals for a second straight split. At Worlds 2022, Kaori and the rest of Evil Geniuses played well, all things considered. They were able to get out of play-ins with a resounding 3-0 win over Mad Lions. Unfortunately, the group stage would not be as kind. Evil Geniuses would go 1-5 and tie for third in their group with G2. Now with Evil Geniuses in the market for an AD carry, it will be interesting to see what happens with Kaori. He certainly showed plenty of promise in his brief stint with the team. His contract is not up until 2023, and he was already one of the top ADC prospects in Academy before his call-up, with players like Neon, Upset, the rumored to be looking Doublelift, and plenty of talent potentially available in the East. It makes sense that EG are looking at least at their options. Right. It makes sense, though, because this is a thing here is Danny's not a horrible player, but if you have a chance to upgrade in any position that you think is going to be your most pivotal position to be winning from, and you take the shot. I don't know if Upset would ever join an LCS team. I just don't think that's ever going to happen. Neon, maybe, because if he doesn't get any offers from any LEC teams, I could see Neon getting offers from NA teams, actually. Doublelift was rumored to want to come back to competitive play. I could see Evil Geniuses with Doublelift. Doublelift was supposed to join their team earlier this year when it began, so it's definitely a possibility that he could end up on Evil Geniuses during the 2022 League of Legends offseason. So, looking at it right now, I'm not surprised that Danny is potentially going to be missing the 2023 season. It looked like that guy literally mentally broke down. I'm pretty sure, if you look at his Twitter, this guy literally deactivated his entire Twitter, I think. Danny, LOL. I'm pretty sure Danny deleted his entire Twitter, or he deactivated it, actually. Let me go. Let me see. Evil Geniuses Danny Twitter. At the real Danny. Oh, he deactivated Twitter. Oh, hail. Oh, fuck. That guy was like, fuck this. That's just crazy. Holy fucking shit. So yeah, he deactivated his Twitter. He maybe just wants nothing to do with competing at the highest level. I truly don't know. I mean, I wish him the best. I hope he's okay. I hope he gets the help he deserves. You know, I hope he can, you know, bounce back mentally and come back strong. That's all I can pretty much say. But what is Evil Geniuses going to do now that they have to look for an ADC? Do they just go with Doublelift? If they make Doublelift an offer he can't refuse, for a chance with Doublelift's roster could potentially be, because Impact's contract is up, right? So Doublelift's roster could be Vulcan, Jojo Pion, and Inspired. That sounds pretty fucking good. With Doublelift, it's either I win the trophy or I lose it all. That's it. You know? But who knows? Would Doublelift even be an upgrade over Danny? Well, I'm pretty sure most likely he is. But it just depends on how his form is. You know, Bjergsen retired for that year. He came back. He really wasn't that good. Doublelift has been retired for literally about almost 2 years at this point. So him coming back, is he going to have those same issues as Bjergsen? I don't personally know. But yeah, it's going to look pretty crazy, you know, during this offseason, guys. One of the best off seasons is about to be on our horizon. See you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I am MSK, and this is Esports Content Entertainment, your one place for esports content. Alright, guys. See you guys later. Deuces.